So just like that, 1-0 your score. Colonials getting on the board early, and that's exactly the kind of start that they wanted. Danbury, of course, still chasing the Skylands' goal of the season. That gives him 42 points for the year. So now it'll be Nate Mastrony in his own end. Flipping it up against the boards, Misha Mishar trying to dig it on out. Mishar is able to get it into the Long Beach end. This should be an icing 3-4-5, a save percentage of 89.5. His counterpart wearing the blue and white of the Long Beach Sharks is Timothy Brulard. Brulard comes in with a personal record of 1 win, 5 deflected high. Rebound comes off the glass. It's loose on the side of the net. Wesley Westendorf running into Adam Palameke behind the cage. And then a shot by Skeens, who is now playing as a forward.
As a high school game, one of the local colleges, WestCon completing their regular season here at the arena, and that has delayed some things. We got a busy night, and this is just the beginning of Danbury hockey this afternoon and evening.
Yeah, well, the Danbury Hat-Tricks will be in action. A scheduled 7 o'clock start against the Delaware Thunder. We'll see if that actually happens. I don't have high hopes for it. Shot from the point by Franklin Berry gets deflected wide. Now Lefkoff goes back, McEnany across. That's Wojciechowski over there. Wojciechowski gets hit from behind. Kyle McEnany wants to have a word with Nick Vasquez as Wojciechowski's still down on the ice. Now pops up to his feet, goes back after Vasquez. Those two bounce off of each other. Surprised that no call was given on that play, as it looked like Vasquez hit Wojciechowski right between the numbers.
Yeah, I thought that could have been boarding, Zach, and it's one of those things where you're trying to eliminate those dangerous plays in hockey. Sometimes officials like to keep the whistle out of the mouth because they believe sometimes it's almost blown too much. But right there, I think Danbury should have had a penalty or a power play opportunity.
There is Nate Mastrony into the zone. Has Cope in front of a net. Mastrony sends it about 4 feet over the ice. Down low, McEnany reverses back. Mastrony will be the first one to get it on the near side half wall. He feeds Cope. Cope a shot saved by Brulard. Behind the net now, it's Jacob Kravitz. Kravitz pass knocked down. Mastrony there to pick it up. Mastrony for Cope. Cope bad angle. A shot goes off the side of the cage. Mastrony again back for Cope. Mastrony right in front of the Litchfield Distillery advertisement on the boards. An errant pass gets cleared out of the zone, but the Colonials are able to dump it right back down, and a strange bounce out of the Zamboni corner gives it on over for Teddy Valenti, who was also on the ice. He has 25 points. But then, Jack, you take a look at Danbury's scoring. They've been able to find the back of the net a bit more often.
Absolutely. They're a team that converts almost half of their power play opportunities. They love to find their top scorers in the top line, obviously without Colby Donovan today, but Cope, McEnany, and Donovan for such a long time, so successful in their scoring efforts.
You mentioned Colby Donovan not available for this afternoon's game. He has an upper body injury, and it's unknown if he'll be able to play tomorrow as well, as this goes off the boards. No icing on the play, so O'Brien shovels it along the near side wall. That goes around everybody. But again, no icing. 7 minutes gone by in the first period. Keep in mind, because of the delay and how late this game got started, there's only going to be one intermission, and it's going to come halfway through the second period. So at the end of the first period, the teams will head back to their benches.
I think so. They need to start to dominate possession a little bit more, start to get pucks into the attacking zone, kind of like Maverick Skeens attempted to right there, but just establish their presence in this game right now.
Maverick Skeens, as mentioned, missed about a month of play, and now he comes back as a forward. He only has 1 goal so far this season. He's got 17 assists as a big collision in the high slot. Now, a penalty is going to be called against Wesley Westendorf. It's going to be interference.
There's Zach, and O'Brien recognized it, but he still kind of misplayed the puck. He's lucky to get back into his crease in time.
Cole Madzi, Maverick Skeens leading the forecheck for Danbury. First time we've said that so far this season. Doan gets the puck down deep. Kevin Remsen there to retrieve. Remsen off the boards. Skeens will pick it up. Here's Maverick Skeens going far side for Nate Mastrony. They stay on side. Mastrony, bad angle of shot, is blocked by Valenti. Now pass in front, connects with Remsen. He scores! It's a nice tour.
Yeah.
Not exactly a riverboat cruise, but
starts on the near side, works all around the net.
very scenic. Nate Mastrony picking up this loose puck. Top of the circle. His shot deflected by Cope in front and wide. Hill. Pass goes off of a pair of skates, ends up on the stick of Cope. Drops off for Mastrony. Mastrony sends one through the middle of the slot. Nobody home for either team. Vasquez will pick it up. Vasquez along the boards. Sends the puck into the near side corner. Ryan Wojciechowski will get there first. Now Mastrony chips it along further. Brady Hill waiting for it. Hill met by Guieta. Mastrony. Ferraro for the Sharks. But a pass back up to the point. Can't find the stick of Kravitz. Kravitz, after picking it up in the neutral zone, gets back in. Cope had Nate Mastrony beginning to streak up. Brady Hill knew where Mastrony was and gives to him. Mastrony on goal, saved by Bralad. Hill.
He's done a lot more of that, and look at the results. He's starting to get on the stat sheet pretty much every weekend, almost every game. And you just see how well Danbury's turned this game around. They started to look a little bit lackadaisical in their own end, not a lot of energy. Over the last 4 or 5 minutes, they really turned that around and provided some great pressure and attacking force.
Here's Remsen looking for another one. His shot is blocked. You mentioned Nate Mastrony, 11 goals, 7 assists, a majority of them coming here in the second half of the season, and it's Mastrony who has the puck. His pass just out of the reach of Keola. O'Neill can't get the puck out of the zone. Franklin Berry slams it back down deep. Now Valenti, he'll try the other side. Hard off the boards, connects up ahead with O'Neill. O'Neill trying to get around Franklin Berry, but a good job by the defenseman, knocking it off of O'Neill's stick. Berry then intercepts the pass, unable to clear, but falling down is Valenti. A delayed call coming up against him as taken down that the goaltender can do when a shooter's only, 15 feet away with a calendar's worth of time. Vasquez will send it back down deep. Danbury now up by 2. O'Brien unable to clear the puck himself as it's knocked down by Vasquez. Vasquez, who has certainly been involved physically, only listed as 170 pounds. He certainly plays bigger than that. Here's Maverick Skeens turning the puck over at his own blue line. Picarella was able to get the puck down deep. 70 seconds to go in the period. Wrapped around, Vasquez fakes the shot, sends one in front, and unable to get a stick on it for the redirection was Picarella. Now Hines again. Hines and Skeens come together. Nate Mastrony sends over far side. McEnany, he's able to chip the puck out of the zone. Maverick Skeens on the forecheck. Sends Vasquez down to the ice, but then is able to, or rather, misses the hit on Kravitz. Still in the zone, though, as this is rattled all the way around the boards. Cole Madsey will chase it down. Let's see if it has the legs for icing. It does. So a 30-first shot, Bralad makes the save. Wojciechowski from the point. Shot goes well wide. Lefkoff thought about the one-timer, instead sends it down deep. Kevin Remsen is there in front for Mastrony. Bralad might have gotten a piece of it. Mastrony gives down low for Remsen. Cope picks up the loose puck, saved by Bralad. Remsen again, back up at the point. Wojciechowski pinching in, sees the puck stay on his stick. Ryan Wojciechowski down low, pass in front, they score! Nate Mastrony with the
little bit of space, and he's like hiding underneath everybody and just taps it in home. I mean, beautiful, beautiful passing between the Colonials there on that shift. And the connection between
settle in for this face-off against Steven Peripsky. 50-50 draw. Mastrony will pick up the puck behind his own cage. Peripsky right on top of him. Knocked down to the ice. Mastrony quickly back up to his skates. Now Berry finds McEnany. McEnany gets around Jennings. McEnany looking for his second. Gives along. Skeens, a shot goes wide. The rebound comes hard off the boards. Madsey a drive hits the glass. Now Maverick Skeens. Down low, or check that McEnany. Berry at the point. A fluttering shot goes off of.
They tumbled down together? Not sure.
It would be a very tight knot to untie. Over 4 minutes now gone by in the first as this puck is cleared over the blue line, sent back down deep by Conklin, but the Sharks will need to touch up. Wojciechowski leaves it along for Brandon Cope. Cope gaining speed through a neutral zone. Driving to the outside, puck on his backhand, a bad angle attempt, goes wide. Cope throws a hit on O'Neill. Those two have certainly seen each other plenty often so far this game. Now Jennings. O'Neill behind the net. Conklin will pick it up. He's met by Cope. Both players lose their footing. Now we have a whistle and a penalty coming up.
Well, Long Beach is late to getting back on side. They're just not doing the little things right now, and it's hurting them in their offensive game.
Stepping up on the plays, Franklin Berry. He sends it back down deep. Garcia, the first one there. Nate Mastrony keeping an eye on him. Garcia leaves it for Jennings. Jennings runs into McEnany, turns the puck over. McEnany back for Madsey, and Madsey will send it the full 200.
You see that play there. Jennings skating up with it, thinks he has it on his good hand, but just skates right into a Colonials player, turns it over again.
Yeah, behind the net, it's Nate Mastrony and Jennings doing work. Now McEnany decides to help out. In the far corner, McEnany trying to dig the puck out of the skates of Garcia. O'Neill has it. McEnany still involved. McEnany takes the puck away from O'Neill, plays it to an area. Mastrony leaves it for McEnany. Kyle McEnany knocked off his stick by Garcia. 10 seconds to go in Long Beach's power play. It's Ferraro. Dropped back O'Neill. O'Neill off the boards. Played for space. O'Neill again. Power play has expired. We're back to even strength hockey. Pass goes off the side of the cage into the corner. Brady Hill. Pushed up against the wall by space. Now Cope. Brandon Cope softly up ahead for Madsey. Actually off of Madsey's skates. Cope will take it again. Gives to McEnany, who tries threading a needle for Mastrony, but it's turned over. Now Kyle O'Neill the other way. O'Neill gets around Berry. Losing track of the puck was Lefkoff. Lefkoff sees it in front of him. Space sends it on goal, and Shane O'Brien's seen enough. He'll hold on the bench. McEnany in by himself. Kyle McEnany tries the Forsberg move and saved by Brillard. Now another pass. Mastrony in front. Another save by Tim Brillard. Two big saves by the Sharks goaltender as it's sent all the way down the ice for an icing. First Kyle McEnany. Mastrony on this draw against Barnes. Barnes wins it across for Ostrowski. Ostrowski will flip it as far as the red line. Berry softly off the boards for Mastrony. Mastrony, top of the circle, tries feeding McEnany, who fans on the shot. At the point, it's Madsey. Madsey, a seeing eye shot, finally gets kicked down by Teddy Valenti in front of a net. Valenti gets it as far as the red line. Berry's clearing attempt knocked down. And here's Zach Ostrowski. Ostrowski, surrounded by Colonials, loses possession of the puck. Franklin Berry met in the corner by Peripsky. Peripsky, puck on his backhand, taken down to the ice, no call coming. Cope gives along for McEnany. McEnany over the red line and into the Long Beach zone. Tries to dipsy-doodle his way around Conklin. In front, McEnany sends it wide. Great pass by Brandon Cope to find Kyle McEnany on the back door. McEnany just unable to get it in the 4x6. Played along the blue line. Chasing after it, Mastrony. Getting there first is Valenti. Delayed call coming up. It will go against Teddy Valenti. Mastrony, along with Remsen and Palameke up front. Ryan Wojciechowski, Cole Madsey, the defenseman, as this is Vasquez and a fellow 15 in Remsen along the boards. Madsey comes up with the puck. Madsey switches positions. Shot saved. The rebound cleared out of danger by Jennings. Jennings sends one off the boards just too far for Ferraro, and then O'Brien out of his cage finds Remsen. Giving quickly along for Wojciechowski. Wojciechowski drops off for Remsen. Swung through the bottom of the slot. Nobody home. Now Madsey trying to keep the puck alive at the blue line. Wojciechowski there to help out. Gives for Palameke. Palameke has an option in Madsey. Instead stops. Sends one in front of the net. It deflects off a few different bodies and cleared out of danger. 50 seconds gone by on the Danbury power play as we welcome Jack O'Mara back into the booth. Jack, how are ticket sales going with the Hat Tricks game later on this evening?
Things are great. We have a ton of great people coming to the game, Military Appreciation Night. So that's why I'm kind of running around trying to get everything all set.
Kind of running around?
A little out of breath here.
It seems like it, yeah. 48 seconds to go in the power play as Danbury's back in the offensive zone. Here's Lefkoff for Cope. Back for Lefkoff. They're looking for McEnany. Now they give it to him. McEnany tried threading the needle once again. This time intended for Cope. It's cleared all the way down. O'Brien out of his cage. Puts it on.
In the offensive zone. They haven't had a lot of chances there, much like Danbury hasn't either. This isn't a high-shooting game by any means, but when guys are getting into good spots, they're finishing.
Here's Garcia. His shot goes high and wide. Deflects off the glass, goes all the way out of the zone, all the way down the ice. And so Conklin will have to pick it up behind his own net. He quickly turns it over. A wraparound attempt saved by Brillard, and he holds.
Good offensive move for him. And again, Danbury trying those chances, and you see that everyone's got some offensive swagger about them in this game.
Brady Hill with only 1 goal so far this season. Would have been nice for number 2 as Shane O'Brien will play this puck. Ahead for Lefkoff. Lefkoff tried steering it along for Skeens. Maverick Skeens eventually had possession of the puck at the red line. More pushing and shoving in front of the Danbury bench as it's taken by Poripsky. Poripsky, his shot initially blocked, then deflected on the second attempt. Barnes getting a stick on it. Here's Ostrowski. Gives back Jennings. Jennings tries sending it down deep. Skeens is able to deflect it, but not out of the zone. Nate Mastrony behind his own cage. Sends it off of Lefkoff. Jennings' shot was blocked, and now here's Skeens. Having to retreat to pick up that puck was Remsen. Ostrowski intercepts. Zach Ostrowski. Pass goes behind Jennings. 2:48 to go in the second period. Sliding into the cage is Steven Poripsky. Somehow the net actually stays on its moorings. Back the other way, it's Ryan Wojciechowski. Wojciechowski, his centering attempts was deflected away. Nate Mastrony was there and then getting sent down to the Cope is unable to avoid the hip check of Conklin, lost possession of the puck. Kravitz with Cope on top of him. Forced up ahead for Ferraro. Ferraro will dump it down. Wojciechowski with 25 to go now in the period. Gives for Remsen. Remsen's pass too far for Cope. This deflects off the boards. It ends up on goal, so no icing on the play. Turned over by the goaltender, Mastrony. Finds Skeens. Skeens a backhand shot. Punched aside, never made its way through. Teddy Valenti getting a glove on it. 5 seconds to go in the period. Chipped through the neutral zone. And Lefkoff will send it back. That'll do it for the second.
Their games are flowing in all directions. It's their defense that needs to shore up a little bit, especially around their own goaltender.
So third period underway as Nate Mastrony. Simple percentage of 89.5. It's a good number, and yet he's given up 2 on 8 as Mastrony sends one into the now Ostrowski. Back for Poripsky. Poripsky lost the puck. Mastrony tries giving along for Remsen. Instead, it'll be Valente who collects. His pass goes past everybody. No icing on the play as Garcia is the first one there. Garcia then tries sending one to the front of the net. Getting a stick on it was O'Brien. Remsen clearing out of the zone. Over center red across the blue. He'll dump it down deep. Misha Mishar in pursuit. Falling down on the play was Jennings of Long Beach. 2 players aside battling for the puck. Ferraro will pick it up. He finds Ostrowski. Dropped off Conklin. Given back Ostrowski. Cleared out of the zone. Cut off by Madzi, and Madzi will pitchfork one right back into the Long Beach end. 2.5 gone by here in the third period. 5-2 your score between the Danbury Colonials and the Long Beach Sharks. I'm Zach McGinnis, joined alongside Jack O'Mara. These two teams will be in action again tomorrow. A 3:30 face-off for that one. And Jack, I'm not quite sure what the rink schedule is, but hopefully it's actually 3:30.
I think things are going to be a little bit more calmer here in Danbury Arena tomorrow, so we should have an expected 3:30 start.
I like the sound of that as Lefkoff's shot swallowed up.
Instead, he uses the goaltender almost as a pass. It's just out of the reach of Palameke. Right idea.
Very courteous of the goaltender.
Yeah, of course.
5 minutes gone by in the third. It's a 3-goal difference. Through the neutral zone, Nick Vasquez. Vasquez gets it into the Danbury end. Franklin Berry is there, but he misplays it. Hines. Guieta. Botwinoff at the point. Botwinoff nearly lost possession of it. Guieta knocked off the puck as well. He'll come together with Mastrony. Behind the net, Guieta. Wraparound attempt saved by O'Brien, and now plenty of open ice in front of Brandon Cope. Cope driving towards the net. Has Madzi with him. Cope by himself. Saved by Brillard, and then diving into the cage.
Close the legs make the save, stay sure-handed, and you're right, Zach, face-off stays in because it's a Long Beach player who knocks the net off unaffected.
Because of that, Long Beach was unable to change as well. As this is dumped back down, Kevin Remsen picks it up, sends it to the slot, but that was vacated by any of his teammates. Ryan Wojciechowski from the neutral zone. Remsen, both dump attempts cut off, and now it's Conklin. Conklin stripped of the puck at the blue line, sent down deep by Space. Puck bounces over the stick of Shane O'Brien, so Lefkoff sends it along the near side wall. Lefkoff picking up a loose puck. He'll give it another go. Taken away by Ferraro. Lefkoff regains possession again. This time he'll flip it far side where Nate Mastrony will chase after it. He comes together with Jennings. Remsen in support. Sends one in front. That goes off the stick of Hill. Ballard got a glove on it. At the point, kept alive by Wojciechowski. Shot deflected away by Conklin in front of the net. Garcia swings over far side for Space. Space. His shot goes off the skate of Wojciechowski and wide. Cleared out of the zone, and fresh off the bench, it's Jacob Kravitz. Kravitz sends it back down deep. This time O'Brien sees the puck go through his legs. But right there in support was Kevin Remsen. He finds Maverick Skeens. Up ahead, Mastrony. Nate Mastrony knocked off the puck. Skeens in support. Skeens goes behind the net. Avoids the check of the point with O'Brien retreating into his net, which a goalie's going to do when he doesn't have possession or sight of the puck. I'm reminded, I forget who the NHL goaltender was, but similar situation. Puck's underneath him. He doesn't know where it is, so he sneaks back, and takes the puck over the goal line.
That's happened a couple times.
At the red line, Maverick Skeens lost possession. Here's Barnes cutting around Lefkoff. Barnes still with the puck. Turnaround shot getting in the way of that, Franklin Berry. Off the boards, but somehow managing to keep it in the zone was Matt Doan. Doan looked like he was losing his balance at the blue line. Lefkoff will send it back down into the Long Beach zone with 10:10 to go in regulation time. Kyle McEnany turns the puck over at the point. With it is O'Neill. Kyle O'Neill just has Wojciechowski to beat. Jumps around him, avoiding the check. Lost possession of the puck as McEnany gives back Wojciechowski and now Mastrony. Nate Mastrony, who's found the back of the net himself. Nifty little move. His shot goes wide as he goes inside out on Stephen Conklin. Madsey in his own end. Too far for Mastrony. Conklin will gain possession at the blue line, sending it off the stick of his teammate Jacob Kravitz. Lots of play through the neutral zone with 9.5 to go in regulation time. Mastrony, another nice move. Top of the circle. Overskated the puck. Finds Cope. Cope's shot off the blocker of Brillard. No hand pass on the play as Keola sees this one go past him. And now we have a ball on the ice. And that's
is just a lot right now. Obviously 6-3, it's manageable. But based on how many times they've seen the puck in the attacking zone, it just might not be enough. Good connection between Barnes and O'Neill. We'll see if they can muster any more offensive performance after that goal.
For O'Neill, it's his 6th goal of the season, his 4th as a member of Long Beach as he started the year with Lewiston Auburn. Here's Jennings breaking out of the zone for the Sharks. From the referee's crease, he'll send it down deep. O'Brien out of his cage sends it into a corner where O'Neill's waiting for it, but it rolls off of his stick. And Mastrony gives along for a jumping Kyle McEnany. McEnany into the zone. Nice toe drag move, gets around Botwinoff. And then McEnany sent one in front. Nobody knew where it was. Referee Remsen from the blue line sends one in on goal. Not a Colonial in the zone, so the play will continue. 5.5 to go in regulation time. Nate Mastrony fresh off the bench. Mastrony stops, tries stick handling his way towards the front of the cage, knocked aside. Garcia will send it up ahead. He finds Ferraro. Ferraro, who has one himself. Good hip check. Cole Madsey, that's textbook. Now Madsey, delayed call coming up against Long Beach. But before that, Kyle McEnany in on a breakaway, sends it over the net. Kyle McEnany's had a couple breakaways now. McEnany still stick handling with it in the slot. Shot saved by Brillard. There's the whistle. and we'll see 3:20 to go in the game. Danbury with a 6-3 score. Here's a pass up ahead for Palameke. Palameke, top of the slot. His shot trickles in on goal, as Palameke didn't get everything he wanted on it. Cleared out once again. You hear the beaver tailing of Shane O'Brien as the penalty has expired. Danbury now 2 for 4 on the man advantage. Out of the box, it's force, or check that space with the shot. Space gives back, Botwin off, glove down by Ostrowski. No hand pass. And now Remsen. Madzi gets it just over the blue line. Space sent it back in, so the Sharks will need to touch up. Sent all the way down by Remsen. And Space will take it from his own end with 2:20 to go. Bouncing off of a check is Hines. Mastrony getting involved. Here's Keola up ahead for Mastrony. Mastrony will simply send it down deep as Danbury is happy to let the seconds click off the clock. Mastrony avoided most of a check. He'll go back to the bench, as Danbury's offense has certainly hit a different level here in the third period.